for Garrett Bavacqua. Good job by Dieter to drive him in, getting the ball to the outfield. And Bavacqua, first pitch swinging. Foul pop up to the left side. Out of play behind the Hooks bullpen. Two outs here in the top of the third. Hooks leading 1-0. Ball in the dirt. Count evens at 1-1. Fastball in, and Bavacqua way ahead of that and fouls it off the fence in front of the Wild dugout. Getting the sense we're close to resolving our issue one way or another. We'll get an update here shortly as there's a breaking ball split the plate, but Bavacqua just underneath that fouls it back. Ground ball to Heller at first. Looks like he'll take it himself. He does. Steps on the bag for the third out. And the Hooks grab a 1-0 lead here in the third. All right, we are back for the bottom of the third inning. Hooks lead 1-0. As Downen steps in to lead off the bottom of the third. We're getting reports that the stream is working, so if you can see us and hear us, welcome. As we work out these kinks, we sincerely apologize. As we have a new pitcher for the Hooks, Connor Kinney out of Tufts University outside of Boston. Very impressive first outing for Hamro, the UCLA product. 2 scoreless innings, 6 up, 6 down. As now Kinney evens the count at 1-1. Counts now 2-1 in Downen's favor. Kenny delivers, and fastball on the outside corner. Downen swings through. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And all 7 wild hitters now have been retired. That brings up Anthony Mace out of Davidson College in North Carolina. Ball in the dirt, gets ahead, 1-0, Mace. Fastball called strike, evens the count at 1-1. Hooks leading 1-0. And that's a rope to the left side down the line. We'll see if Mace can round first, go to second. He will, never hesitated, and he'll go in standing up for a 1-out double as the Wild look to even things up here. Nice hard hit by Mace. And that brings up Nan Keel for the Wild. Nan Keel, the starting center fielder. Run scoring opportunity here. Takes a ball low for strike 1. If you're just joining us, welcome. Game 1 of the day, Hooks and Wild. As Kenny delivers. Called strike to even the count, 1-1. We do apologize, and if you're now with us, your one-time subscription fee is good for the entire season. Just know that it's not for the one game or the one day. So we hope to have you join us all summer long. As Kenny falls behind 2-1 to Nan Keel. Pitch is in the dirt. Gets by Lappin, and Mace will advance to third base on the wild pitch. We believe we're being live streamed now on YouTube, so there's a ground ball foul. So yeah, so if you're on with us, watching and listening, please spread the word. We will have this game on YouTube for the masses. Just go to our YouTube channel, as Cam has been a rock star in troubleshooting here, and he'll take over the play-by-play once again.
As that's a swing and a miss, low and inside for strike 3.
You did not tweet anything yet, right? So I'm gonna tweet now to everybody saying we're on YouTube for this game.
And for everyone on YouTube that bought the season pass, that it will still be good for the rest of the season. We're just getting that resolved. Hopefully it'll be good by the second game of our doubleheader, but of course we'll keep you updated as this game goes along and as the weeks come along here at the San Diego League. So we apologize for the inconvenience. We hope you're enjoying this game. The Hooks lead the Wild 1-0 after scoring one in the top half of the third, as that is a liner over the head of the second baseman, and the Wild tie this one all up at 1 apiece.
Sorry, I was looking down, twittering. Where'd that base hit go again?
That was Michael Mugen
right, yeah.
Over the head of the second baseman.
Right,
so into right center.
Got it. All right.
So
just want to have an accurate scorebook here.
As Michael O'Hara in the 2 spot for the Wild steps up to the plate. The score is 1-1, Mugen at first after the RBI single. Mugen with the lead at first. Swung on and fouled back to the left side. The count is 0-2. The Hooks 2-0, the Wild 0-2 here on day 6 of San Diego League Baseball. O'Hara swings a ground ball to the left side, and he will be on with a single as the Wild have 2 on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd.
Nice 3rd inning for O'Hara as he makes a diving top of the inning, comes back in the bottom of the inning, and ropes a single to left. Good work.
The second game that Connor Kinney has pitched against the Wild. Had 2 innings of work on Tuesday, struck out 3. Played for the Hooks last year as well. Posted a 5-1 record in 15 games played. Plays at Tufts University. Went to La Costa Canyon High School, a local product.
Actually getting a report that the scoreboard camera may not be working properly, so we'll be sure to give you scoreboard updates, report the score more frequently, as it is 1-1 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's low and inside. The count is 2-0. And for everyone watching when the scoreboard comes back on, we'll tell you that the guest team are the Hooks and the home team are the Wild. But just so you know, 1-1, both teams scoring in the 3rd inning. The count is 2-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 on for the Wild. Swung on and a high fly ball to center. Approaching is Gelbrich as that one will go by him, and the Wild will score 1. And another comes by as Michael O'Hara scores, and that is a 2 RBI double for Ruben Fontes.
Just like that.
Looks like it looked like Gelbrich wasn't expecting that ball to fall so short. Took his time and then started running forward, a dive for it, and landed in front of him.
The Wild put up a crooked number here in the 3rd as they look to get off the schneid, losing their first 2 games, so good for them to get a lead here, although we do have many innings to go.
It is the bottom of the 3rd. The Wild lead 3-1 in search of their first win of the summer. We saw the Wave Riders do that yesterday, as that's a high fly ball to deep right center, lands in the gap, will head all the way to the wall. The Wild go up 4-1. That's Davis Heller with an RBI double of his own.
2 doubles in a row, as some might say they traded places. Fontes and Heller.
A gapper to right for Davis Heller, and with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd, the Wild take a 4-1 advantage. Vincent Martinez out of Stanford will be at the dish. As Lappin goes and talks to Connor Kinney. Actually, funny story about Vincent Martinez. Spoke to him before their first game against the Hooks, and he said, if I leave here with the same bat that I came with, I'll be happy. 2 singles in that first game against the Hooks. Broke his bat in that single in the 9th inning. So we had a quick laugh about that as he tries to put a run on the board for the Wild. That's driven to high, or it's deep center, as that one's caught actually off of Nathan Gelbrich's glove, and 3 straight doubles for the Wild. They lead this one 5-1.
And I think he's going to have to be given an error on that one. He was camped under it, didn't have to travel too far, actually. He did have to backtrack a little bit, but right off his gloves, so that'll go as a 2-base error. No RBI for Martinez, but nonetheless, 3 straight batters reaching second base.
5 scored in the bottom half of the 3rd.
And 4 of the runs coming across with 2 outs. So some clutch hitting for the Wild. That's revved up that dugout and bullpen. Good sign for the Wild here.
This coach Audie Affner goes and talks to Kinney.
Yeah, Kenny throwing a lot of strikes, but maybe too good of strikes. As
forcing a little too much contact, as they would say.
A few balls have been barreled up for sure here.
Zach Segal with Martinez in scoring position. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. And a dugout that has stayed relatively quiet through the first 2 frames has ramped up. That's the Wild dugout, as they've scored 5 in the bottom of the 3rd. The score is 5-1 Wild over the Hooks with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. The count is 1-0 to Zach Segal. That one in the dirt. Martinez stays at second. So the count's 2-0.
Yeah, a little bit of a different outing for Kinney so far. He had a stellar inning of work against the Wild on Tuesday. Pitched a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. But getting roughed up here. No other way to put it, I guess.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled, a liner to left, as the count goes 2-1. Martinez will take the long trot back to second. Segal's ahead of the count, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Segal swings and misses. The count is 2-2.
Yeah, it looked like a changeup from Kinney. Obviously, looks like the fastball's been the pitch that's been hit hard. So looks like he's got to mix it up now a little bit with his off-speed pitches. Try to get these hitters off balance, and he's 1 strike away from getting out of it and allowing no further damage.
Kinney checks at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one in the dirt for ball 3. The count's full.
Hooks do have someone warming up in the pen. The way we're laid out here, though, we are blocked from seeing it. We'll try to see who it is, or we'll just wait to see when he trots in, if he comes in.
Here's the payoff pitch from Connor Kinney. Swung on check swing. That one hits off the bat of Segal. And touching the bag at first is Zachary Smits, as that's going to end the 3rd inning as we head to the top of the 4th. The Wild put 5 on the board in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be back for the top of the 4th between the Wild and the Hooks. The Wild lead 5-1. Top of the 4th on this overcast day here at San Diego Christian High School on the campus of the Shadow Mountain Church. Zachary Smits up at the plate for the Hooks as the Wild put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the 3rd. A ground ball to the left side. That one thrown high, but Davis Heller, all 6'7" of him, 6'8" of him, makes the catch to retire 1 here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, and after Olvera gave up a leadoff double in the 3rd, he's retired 4 in a row, although one was a sac fly to get that first run in for the Hooks, and their only run in for that matter.
And I don't want to sell Davis Heller's height short. He is 6'8". Goliath over there at first base that's a fly ball to right. Approaching and making the catch is Michael O'Hara. So 2 down here in the top of the 4th in a matter of 2 pitches, as Tanner Lappin steps up to the plate for the Hooks. Hooks trail the Wild 5-1. The Wild got on the scoreboard in the top of the 3rd, scoring 1, and then the Hooks got on the score, scoring 1 in the top of the 3rd. The Wild responding with 5 of their own. In the bottom of the 3rd, the score is 5-1. The count is 1-0 to Tanner Lappin, 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and a fly ball to left, and that's going to end the inning. Catch made by Fontes. Quick 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. The Wild lead the Hooks 5-1. Connor Kinney's day is done on the mound for the Hooks, and on the mound now for Audie Afneer's Hooks is Ellis Stevens. Had 3 strikeouts on Tuesday, and the Hooks' 5-1 win against the Wild and 2 innings of work. His main focal point is elevating the fastball and getting more swings and misses. He said it worked very well on Tuesday and hoping to replicate that here on Saturday. The Wild lead the Hooks 5-1, as that one is high and away for ball 1. DJ Downen at the dish, as that's a ball on the inside. The count is 2-0.
If I recall correctly, Ellis Stevens picked up the win.
He did.
In the Hooks' first game against the Wild here on Tuesday.
That one right down the middle, called strike 1.
Through 2 scoreless innings, the 5th and the 6th innings, with 3 strikeouts. Only blemish, a hit batsman, but he was erased on a caught stealing, so he faced the minimum.
As that one misses high, the count is 3-1. The Wild lead the Hooks 5-1 after both teams scored in the 3rd inning. That one right down the middle for strike 2. The Hooks got on the board first with 1 run in the top of the 3rd, and the Wild answered with 5 of their own in the bottom half. As that one just misses outside, and DJ Downen will head to first. Good take by Downen.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy to get on base, no matter which way, after striking out in his first plate appearance of the day, last inning.
As Anthony Mace is up for the Wild with Downen at first. No outs in the bottom of the 4th. That one paints the outside corner as the count is 0-1. Stevens misses for ball one. The count's 1-1. And for everyone watching on YouTube, we had a couple of technical difficulties earlier today. If you bought the season pass subscription, it's still good for the rest of the season. We're still trying to work out the kinks, and we will update everyone on that as this game goes along and as we head into our second game on day 6 of San Diego League Baseball. Stevens checks on Downen. The count 1-2 to Anthony Mace. Mace at Davidson College with Ruben Fontes also on this Wild team, as that one's in the dirt for ball 2.
And a quick recap for those just joining us. Hamro pitched 2 scoreless innings, faced the minimum, 3 strikeouts. Coffin worked 2 scoreless innings as well. Just 3 walks, a hit batsman, but also had 2 Ks as Mace goes down.
Ellis Stevens recording his 4th strikeout of the summer. As number 19, Nathan Nankill, is at the plate with 1 on for the Wild.
And Olvera from the Wild pitched 2 innings thus far. Gave up a run in the 3rd. Pitched a perfect 4th. And then Kinney gave up the 5 spot in the 3rd for the Hooks. And then Stevens now in.
Nankill out of Cal State Fullerton will be heading there in the fall. That one misses in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and going to second is DJ Downen. So Lappin can't corral it. Downen gets to second. And now the Wild with a runner in scoring position. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one misses high. The count is 3-0. One away in the bottom of the 4th. That one low, called strike, as Nankill will pivot and get back into the batter's box. The count is 3-1. Stevens with his first inning of work. That one misses high and inside as Nankill will head to first, and that's 2 walks from Ellis Stevens.
Yeah, that's 2 runners on base as we turn over the lineup, get back to the top of the order. Wild looking to tack onto their lead.
Michael Mugen, it's on Santa Clara University, will be heading there in the fall with 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th. That one misses high. The count is 1-0.
Just want to let our viewers know, either way, the game will be streamed live at 12:30 as well, one way or another.
Swung on and fouled off to the right side, and we will keep you updated with everything so far this Saturday. We apologize for the inconvenience of this morning, the technical difficulties. There still will be that 12:35 game between the Brewers and the Jets, an exciting matchup. Here's the pitch from Stevens. A breaking ball that misses high. The count is 2-1. Two on for the Wild. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Mugen. Swung on and a grounder to right. Looked like a broken bat as Mace will, that's Schwartzberg over to Smits for the second out of the bottom of the 4th.
Runners move up to second and third, and O'Hara now will look to get his second hit in as many at-bats. Try to extend this lead.
O'Hara, his first hit of the summer earlier today. Two in scoring position. O'Hara swings a ground ball to the right side, foul. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, and to recap that big third inning for the Wild, that was a 5-run inning, and there were 5 hits and an error that scored 2 runs, but Fontes with a 2-run double, Heller with an RBI single, Mugen with an RBI single. Actually, that error on the center fielder scored 1, pardon me. 4 of the runs with 2 outs.
Swung on and a fly ball to right. That one's going to drop in. The Wild will score 1. And now 2. As 2 come in for the Wild, they lead 7-1. Nankill with the speed from second. Downen coming in from third. And that is a 2 RBI single for Michael O'Hara. So the Wild punishing the Hooks here in the past 2 frames, leads 7-1 after falling 5-1 to this same team on Tuesday.
Bats coming out like gangbusters here for the Wild. Maybe we could say they're running wild around the bases. I'm never one to avoid a pun, of course.
Never one to say no pun intended either. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on a ground ball to right. That gets into the outfield for number 13, Ruben Fontes. Michael O'Hara, a wide turn at second, gets back. And Ruben Fontes, his second hit in 2 innings. Had that double in the bottom of the third that drove in a run. And now here in the bottom of the fourth, 2 on for the Wild. Davis Heller also had a double in the bottom of the third. Trying to tack on a couple more for the winless Wild. Stevens with the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball from Stevens. The count is 0-1.
All right, and a quick message from our web developer. We're asking if you tried purchasing your season pass. We're asking you to log out, clear your browser cache, and log in and try again. That's a text I just received, so if you had trouble signing up for the season subscription, please log back out, clear your browser cache, and log back in. You will not be charged twice, and if for some reason you are, we'll get that corrected ASAP, but it's called third strike there on Heller to end the inning, and
right.
It's 7-1 Wild.
We'll head to the top of the fifth as the Hooks will be up to hit down by 6. The Wild have come alive here in the past 2 frames. It's the top of the 5th inning here at San Diego Christian High School on the campus of the Shadow Mountain Church, as a full change for Audie Afnir's Hooks, as that one's fouled off to the left side by number 23, Dylan Tanner. We'll update you on that as the...
We'll see if the half inning is long enough to get through all of them.
As there's a new 9 for the Hooks. The one staying in is Zachary Smits, moving from first to the designated hitter spot.
Well, let's see. I do see Heller still at first.
For the hooks. There's a
sorry,
complete
Hooks. Okay, yeah. Well, we'll do them as
wipe
the
out for the
batters.
Hooks. Yeah.
As the batters come up, we don't want to confuse anyone, get too far ahead of ourselves.
As that one's low and away for ball 2.
But yeah, the pinch hitters are rolling in now.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Tanner. Misses outside. The count's 3-1.
So Olvera back out for his third inning. Gave up the 1 run in the third. And after that leadoff double, has retired 6 in a row.
Swung on in a high fly ball to right. Approaching and making the catch is Michael O'Hara for the first out of the top of the 5th.
Good job by Olvera, working quickly. 5 of the outs recorded. 5 of his 7 outs have been of the fly ball variety. He's got a couple ground outs.
As number 16, Jordan Thompson, a new addition to the San Diego League out of LSU, steps up to the plate.
He'll be there in the fall. Incoming freshman.
He joins his teammate in the SEC and Jim Jarvis at Alabama. So Alabama and LSU represented. Of course, LSU, a powerhouse school in football, won the national championship, as well as a good basketball school as well.
And I'll tell you what, I got to see LSU last fall, actually, out at University of Texas, the second weekend of the season. Pretty amazing atmosphere, over 100,000 people, also over 100 degrees. It was an exciting but uncomfortable weekend as far as sweat goes, I guess.
Raucous in Death Valley.
I'll tell you what, there was a lot of purple and yellow there, not just burnt orange.
As that one misses outside, and the count is 3-1. Talked to Thompson before this game, and he told me he's just excited to be back out there, excited to get to know all of his teammates, and a pretty good situation on a team that is undefeated, as he'll head to first with the walk. So Jordan Thompson, first action in the league, and it's a walk by Olvera. So Graham Cartwright attends MIT, local product out of the Bishop School in La Jolla, California. Pitched 2 scoreless in the last Hooks game. And will have his turn at the plate.
And if you see some folks out beyond the outfield fence, that is the Warriors team doing a little workout out there.
Allen Lowen inside to Cartwright. The count is 1-1.
Warriors are idle today, but they'll be back in action first game Monday morning at 10 o'clock against the Longboarders. For those fans of the Warriors.
2 teams sitting at, what is it?
I think they're both 1-1,
1-1,
right?
yep, 1-1. Two teams with only 2 games this week. We'll have a busy week next week.
Yeah, and just for our viewers and listeners know, most teams, they're going to play 3 to 4 games a week. This first week was a little slow going. Just ramping up, if you will, but the amount of games increases. A team or two may even have 5 games a week, but more or less it'll be 3 or 4.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Cartwright. That one just misses inside. The count's even 2-2. As I mentioned, Cartwright's outing against the Longboarders. 2 innings pitched, struck out 2, and actually picked up the win in that 8-4 Hooks win over the Longboarders. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for Olvera as there's 2 down in the top of the 5th.
That'll bring the top of the lineup now, although we do have a pinch hitter.
That's Jim Jarvis out of Alabama.
Hit the first home run of the San Diego League season a few days back.
That was a deep drive to right. Now trying to get his hooks back into the game as they're down 7-1 to the Wild.
Second home run was hit by Dayton Dooney, who played at the University of Arizona this spring.
Swung on, fouled. The count is 1-1. Jim Jarvis attended Claremont in San Diego. And brothers with the guy in the on-deck circle, Mike Jarvis. That one misses outside. The count is 2-1.
Yeah, it looked like a little changeup from Olvera. Just misses down and away. This is Jarvis looking to put a drive into one. Got our center fielder, Nankiel. Looks like he's playing pretty shallow.
That one misses inside, gets past Martinez as Jordan Thompson advances to second. So 2 down in the top of the 5th. The count is 3-1 at Jim Jarvis. Just checking into this game for Audie Afnir's hooks. The Wild lead 7-1. Jarvis swings, and that's a pop-up on the left side of the infield.
Whoa.
And will be run on and caught by Ruben Fontes. As
almost on the infield dirt, actually.
As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Fontes running a marathon to get that ball. The score is 7-1 Wild. After falling behind 7-1, Audie Afnir going to his dugout for a couple switches. We'll update you on those right now. And left goes Andy Simo, in center Tora Otska, in right Michael Jorg. Jordan Thompson goes to third, Jim Jarvis at second, Kevin Sim at first, Ellis Stevens still on the mound, Tanner still behind home plate, and Dieter stays at short.
Vincent Martinez grounded out to short in the second. Had that run-scoring fly ball to center that the center fielder dropped to make it 5-1.
The count is 2-0 after that check swing from Martinez. Swung on in a pop-up as Jim Jarvis will back up. Approaching is Jorg as well. Jarvis makes the catch, and there's one away in the top of the 5th. Pardon me, the bottom of the 5th. Here in our morning game of our Saturday double. Zach Segal steps up to the plate, takes that ball low. Pardon me, that was a called strike after the swing in the dirt by Segal. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Allen paints the inside corner. The count is 0-2. A big gap in left center. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Seagal. That one misses high. The count's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, the count's even 2-2.
Guess we have yet to mention our famous black box on the field. That is Rapsoda technology, measuring velocity, spin rate, and other fun statistics. Gets real-time stats, and then a report's provided to the players and also sent to their coaches.
So that ball's fouled off to the right side. Also blast motion used on the knob of every player's bat. The San Diego League proud to be an analytics-based league. That ball in there for strike 3. Ellis Stevens retires number 29, Zach Seagal.
Nice pitch by Stevens there to rack up his 3rd strikeout of the day. A little bit of a rough inning of work in the 4th. Couple walks, couple hits, but has retired the first 2 guys here in the 5th.
DJ Downen with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. That one called strike. The count is 0-1 from Ellis Stevens. Stevens misses high. The count is even at 1-1. That one low as the count is 2-1. Tanner will go and talk to his pitcher, Ellis Stevens. And a little more on the hitter at the plate. DJ Downen attends Mount San Jacinto from Murrieta, California. Attended Murrieta Valley High School in 2020, this past spring, for Mount San Jacinto. 8 games played. Delivered a long ball and 2 stolen bases to go along with 5 RBIs. The count is 3-1 from Ellis Stevens after that ball's in the dirt. The Wild lead the Hooks 7-1. Swing and a miss as the count goes full with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Stevens already 3 strikeouts in this game. Here's the payoff pitch. Make that 4 as we head to the top of the 6th. The Wild lead the Hooks 7-1. Jarvis, Otska, and York, yeah. York's batting third. Only 9? Oh. Right, my bad. Top of the sixth at San Diego Christian High School on the campus of the Shadow Mountain Church. It's been all wild so far as they're still searching for their first win of the summer. The Hooks have yet to lose a game so far, 2-0 after beating the Wild 5-1 and then taking down the Longboarders 8-4. As Mike Jarvis is up for the Hooks.
Just a reminder, we got a second game today at 12:35 featuring the 1-1 Jets and the 2-0 Brewers. And the scheduled starters are Jake Miller out of University of San Diego for the Jets and right-hander John Soto, University of Colorado, Colorado Springs for the Brewers. Fun matchup at 12:35 later today. 2 hours from now, just under 2 hours from now.
A great day of baseball on this cloudy day in San Diego. Something I haven't said in a while. Yeah, something I've not said in a while. The past 5 days have been sunny and relatively nice, but as long as baseball is playing, who can complain?
Yeah, like I like to joke, I think these guys would play in a parking lot if they had to. But we do have a beautiful facility here at San Diego Christian High School.
That ball's high to Mike Jarvis. The count is 3-1. Jarvis will be the new shortstop in the bottom half as that one is popped up into the outfield. Positioning himself is Anthony Mays, makes the catch, and there's one away in the top of the sixth. As number 2, Tora Otska, the new center fielder for the Hooks, steps up to the plate for his first action on this Saturday morning. Otska out of the University of San Diego. One of the 7 sons of former MLB players. That one misses high for ball 2. The count's 2-0. Otska 0-4 with the strikeout against the Wild on Tuesday. Came back with a 2-hit performance against the Longboarders with 2 singles and 2 RBI. That one paints the inside corner for strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A breaking ball that's in there for strike 2. The count's 1-2. So Otska behind the count in his first plate appearance. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. The count even at 2-2.
Actually, just getting word that Jake Miller will not be starting for the Jets. He'll be pushed back a day or two. Actually, well, a couple days since we don't play tomorrow. Jets next game on Monday, so presumably.
As that's a liner to left, foul.
He'll go on Monday.
The count full to Tora Otska.
We'll get you a Jets starter as soon as we hear from head coach Wayne Franklin.
Here's the full count pitch. Swung on, Otska was jammed, made contact as he's out at first. A comebacker to the pitcher over to Davis Heller. And there's 2 away in the top of the 6th. As number 9, Zachary Smits, the lone starter, still in there for the Hooks, switching to the designated hitter position. Swing and a miss as the count's 0-1. The Wild lead the Hooks 7-1. Good pitch by Cabrera as the count goes 0-2. So Smith's a big hack as he falls behind the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, the count's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch misses high. The count's even at 2-2. So both teams scoreless in the 5th as it's the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss. And Cabrera gets number 9, Zachary Smiths, to strike out swinging. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Wild lead the Hooks 7-1. Bottom of the 6th between the Hooks and the Wild. The Wild lead the Hooks 7-1. New pitcher on for Audie Offneer's Hooks. That's Brandon Leleanu. Swung on, broken bat jammed over to the shortstop. He'll fire it over to first, too high, and that will be an error. But the Wild have one on here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, it's an error on Mike Jarvis. Brother Jim Jarvis over at second base. The Jarvis tandem, and it looks like that ball actually went out of play. So
Mace will advance to second.
2-base error on the throw. That'll bring up Nankiel.
Nathan Nankiel batting out of the 9th hole. With no outs in the bottom of the 6th. Jammed again. That's over to Jarvis. Makes the catch. And a double play by Mike Jarvis.
Actually sounded like another broken bat.
Yep.
Sounded like a crack. As all of a sudden 2 quick outs here in the 6th.
So both batters jammed. Both break their bats. Add 2 more to the broken bat counter.
There's a little bit of water fell off the roof onto us. I thought someone was playing a joke on us at first.
And now we're soaked.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Look at that. Things going haywire here this morning.
We still got live baseball. Swing and a miss. That ball on the inside as the count is 1-1.
I already showered this morning.
Almost like 2 water balloons fell on top of our heads.
Maybe they were. Maybe someone launched it from a nearby house.
As that swung on, fouled. The count is 1-2.
You little rascals! Dennis the Menace over there. No.
We said it was drizzling earlier, a bit of an overcast weather. We didn't
I think our pop-up tent was collecting a little bit of water in a ridge, and gravity decided to bring it down on us. Is not too bad, though. I think all our technology has survived, most importantly.
Yeah, everything's good. The live stream's still on, as that is strike 3, and Lele Hanu goes bottom of the 6th scoreless as we head to the 7th inning. A bit of a waterfall in the bottom of the 2nd as we head to the top of the 7th. The Wild lead the Hooks 7-1.
I seriously thought someone was playing a joke. I was like, come on, guys. 21. Yep, thank you. Heller into pitch now. Yeah, the look on your face was tremendous. Save. Vincent Martinez goes to. Catching is in the DH spot. Right, so 21 in the DH spot. Who's 21? Darren Johnson. Darren Johnson. I can come out of the break. Well, we are dry now after a little waterfall coming down on us. I was just thinking of the song Waterfalls by TLC, the old R&B group. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
That's one way to make a very odd moment turn into a song reference, as that is a high fly ball to left center. Approaching is the center fielder and the left fielder. It's the left fielder that makes the catch. That's Ruben Fontes, who converged with Nan Kill.
We got a couple defensive changes Cam will tell you about, including a new pitcher.
So Davis Heller in on the mound from first. Vincent Martinez goes from being the catcher over to first base, and Darren Johnson is the new catcher out of San Diego State. As that pitch is low to Andy Simo, the count is 1-0. I wish we had a camera on us to see our faces when the water just fell on us. It's almost like we were at a water park for a few seconds. That's strike 1 to Simo.
Yeah, the Pixelot technology of our cameras is great, although I feel like the contraption should have a camera facing behind, so we can even do a little stand-up pregame show.
That's a ground ball to third, throws it over to Martinez, and Simo is retired for the second out of the top of the 7th.
And if we had that third camera and that one contraption, we, could face back this way, but no one needs to see us. This is all about the players getting baseball back on the field, playing. Parents, friends, scouts, coaches can all watch. That's most important.
That's a first strike pitch to Dylan Tanner, number 23, the new catcher in for the Hooks. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on a ground ball to the left side, and Davis Heller comes into this game and retires 3 very quickly as we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Wild lead the Hooks 7-1. Bottom of the 7th, the Wild lead the Hooks 7-1. New pitcher on for the Hooks right out of MIT, an up-and-coming program there in Massachusetts. As that one paints the outside corner for strike one. Mark, I couldn't imagine having to balance school life as well as, you know, your athletic life, as Cartwright is doing at MIT. We have a couple other guys at Dartmouth and Columbia. Some of those higher level schools academically. An up-and-coming program, like I mentioned, a two-way player in Cartwright.
Yeah, nice breaking ball there out of the zone, got him to chase. But yeah, I mean, I think no matter where you are in school, the balance of, you know, schoolwork and baseball, I mean, you're going all day. Classes, practice, meetings. And right, I can only imagine at a school like MIT, the Ivy Leagues, Stanford, even more tough, I would imagine.
As the count is 1-2 to Jake Guzman, a pinch hitter for the Wild.
But, you know, the academic support these guys get at schools is typically tremendous, and you know, it's basically do your work, kind of follow the script, if you will, and you'll be fine.
The count is 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Graham Cartwright picks up his first strikeout of this game, retiring Guzman. So one away in the bottom of the 7th. The Hooks trail the Wild 7-1. Here in our morning game of our doubleheader at 12:35, the Brewers will face the Jets.
Cartwright on for his second appearance of this season. He pitched Wednesday against the Longboarders, 2 scoreless innings, a pair of strikeouts. Back out there today, Saturday.
Swung on and fouled to the right side by a pinch hitter for the Wild. Another one, Jack Solis this time.
Yeah, and let me know if I ever repeat you, by the way. Sometimes I just zone out and I don't listen to you, to be totally honest. So if I start repeating your stat, feel free to stop me.
It was a repeat, but I mean something that is notable to mention. So Cartwright had a good outing on Wednesday. Give him some props for that. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, just make sure you cut me off.
As that one misses high and away, the count even 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Solis.
Just a bit down, looks like.
As the count goes full.
As we are starting to dry off, I think the sun is making a better case for itself here to break through the clouds. I'm sure we'll see it here soon.
The payoff pitch, that one's high, and Solis will head to first after Cartwright surrenders the walk. As Eric Waldachuk steps up to the plate for the Wild. Joe Beck going to his dugout for the past 3 hitters. Swing and a miss as the count is 0-1 to Waldachuk. Waldachuk pitched in the Wild's 8-4 loss against the Warriors, and was 0 for 2 at the plate against the Hooks on Tuesday. With Solis at first and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Cartwright dealing. A swing and a miss, the count is 0-2. Seven to 1 Wild. Another swing and a miss as Cartwright picks up another strikeout here in the bottom of the 7th.
Good job by the MIT product.
And with 1 on, Vincent Martinez, the new first baseman for the Wild, steps up to the dish with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th.
The MIT Engineers. Makes sense, I guess. as their nickname. Although he's an undecided major, at least according to his MIT bio.
That one's
Don't
down.
necessarily have to be an engineer, I guess, right?
I think that it's almost like going to Cal and saying, well, you don't have to be a Golden Bear, do you? Here's the 0-1 pitch, that one outside, as Tanner checks at first, and some more water falls on me.
Yep, got to lean forward a little bit.
Hey, you do what you have to do for live baseball.
Hopefully we don't get electrocuted here with a few cords. More than a few cords plugged in here.
We'll keep our eyes peeled out for that, as that one's in the dirt, and running to second is Solis. From his chest was Dylan Tanner, couldn't get to second in time, and Jack Solis gets to second after that ball was in the dirt.
So Martinez looking for his first hit of the day. Big presence here on this Wild team. Pretty good behind the plate.
Also a big voice. You hear him out there talking to his teammates often in the bullpen, as that one misses high and inside for ball 3. A huge personality for Joe Beck's Wild. And there's a reason you have him out there, a great talent on the baseball field and a great leader. Swung on and a pop-up, that one goes foul, the count's full. So we await the payoff pitch with 2 away in the bottom of the second. Jack Solis in scoring position at second. And Martinez trying to tack on one more for the Wild. They lead the Hooks 7-1. The payoff pitch in the dirt gets away from the catcher Dylan Tanner as Solis advances to third and Vincent Martinez at first. Another pinch hitter for the Wild, that's Fisher Pyatt. A utility player out of San Diego State University, will be heading there in the fall. Swinging a foul ball to the left side, the count is 0-1. Pyatt 0 for 2 against the Hooks on Tuesday and had a plate appearance against the Warriors. So still searching for his first hit. Runners on the corners for the Wild, leading 7-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Cartwright. Right down the middle, the count is 1-2. Runners on the corners. The count is 1-2, 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Swung on a ground ball to right, and that'll score Solis. Martinez goes to second, and that's an RBI single for Fisher Pyatt.
8-1 Wild. Coming out like gangbusters here with the bats. Good reversal of fortune here after 2 losses in their first 2 games.
And up for the Wild is Darren Johnson. Had a conversation with him before the game after he just recently joined the league and told me that it's nice to play baseball in his hometown. Played in the Northwoods League last year. And he said he just wants to bring energy to this Wild team. The engineer pitching to the Aztec. That one misses low. The count is 2-0. Pyatt at first after the RBI single. The Wild lead the Hooks 8-1. Martinez at second. Swung on in a pop-up. That goes to left field. Andy Simo tracing will make the catch. And as we head to the top of the 8th, the Wild tack on one more and lead the Hooks 8-1. Top of the 8th at San Diego Christian High School on the campus of the Shadow Mountain Church.
Yeah, you don't have to hang with me.
The Wild lead the Hooks 8-1. New pitcher on the mound for the Wild. That's Keaton Caratini out of Michigan. And a couple more changes. Fisher Pyatt goes in at short for Zach Segal. In left is Jack Solis. Center, Aiden Bruce. And in right is Jake Guzman. That one misses outside to number 16, Thompson. Jordan Thompson will be playing in the SEC in the fall at LSU. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. Thompson was walked in his first plate appearance. Kevin Sim, the newly appointed first baseman, on deck. That one misses high and inside, as Thompson is ahead of the count 2-1. Keaton Caratini out of Michigan, pitching to the man that will be heading to LSU. Caratini reaching 90 to 92 miles per hour on his past couple pitches, as that one misses high and away for ball 4. And Thompson, in his first game of San Diego League Baseball, is walked twice.
1,000 on base percentage.
Perfect. Zero blemishes so far for Jordan Thompson, as Kevin Sim is at the dish for the Hooks. Sim fouls that ball off to the right, sporting his high school colored helmet of Torrey Pines. Thompson at first after the walk. The 0-1 pitch to Kevin Sim. Swing and a miss. The count is 0-2. That one swung on, a foul ball, as the count stays 0-2. So Sim fouls a couple off and falls behind the count 0-2 to Keaton Caratini. That one misses outside. The count's 1-2.
Yeah, and just as much as we have a lot of great, young, exciting ball players, we have a great group of young and exciting coaches, coaching staffs, if you will. Audie Affner for the Hooks, Joe Beck for the Wild.
Swung on in a liner to left as Kevin Sim gets on first with a single.
Yeah, nice line drive single there. But yeah, our coaching staffs have been tremendous so far this season. Can't say enough about them. Matt Bergandi brings a lot of energy to his Brewers squad. You'll see them this afternoon. Joe Beck doing a great job. Audie Affner. Nico Holm with the Wave Riders. We got the Silver Fox, the veteran. Wayne Franklin, of course. He's not so young, but he brings the right type of energy and attitude. Who am I forgetting here?
Chris Brown with the Sharks.
Chris Brown with the Sharks. Yeah, he's actually one of the elder statesmen too, but he coached in the league last year. And Dylan Smith of the Longboarders.
Right, and then Brett Seeberger of the Warriors as well.
Yeah, remember meeting Brett Seeberg for the first time. Seemed like kind of a quiet guy to me, but he actually brings a lot of great energy. Seems like he's doing a great job so far. Seems the players like him. He's tough but fair. Excited all around for both the players and coaches here this summer.
That one low and inside to Jim Jarvis. The count is 2-0. So 2 on for the Hooks. They trail the Wild 8-1 And you wonder if there's one last push for Audie Afnir's Hooks. Jarvis takes that ball inside for ball 3 as he's ahead of the count 3-0.
Yeah, good pitch, but just off the plate. Got a Big Ten SEC matchup here. Pitcher to hitter. See who can prevail.
Michigan to Alabama. Jarvis swings, foul to the left side. The count's 3-1. So Jarvis with the green light here in the top of the 8th.
You're down 7 runs, no outs. Maybe not the best idea, but if you get a cookie,
Jarvis,
it is summer ball.
Jarvis had a home run a couple days ago. As that ball's a called strike, the count goes full. And good battle by Keaton Caratini on the mound. 2 on for the Hooks. The last time they scored was in the top of the 3rd. As that one hits Jim Jarvis in the foot, and the bases are loaded for Mike Jarvis.
Yeah, and even with the elder statesman, if you will, Wayne Franklin as a head coach of the Jets, his assistant is Jake Savicki. He's the head coach over at Carlsbad High School, a very good program. They just had Thomas Segisi drafted in the 5th round by the Rangers. Jake does a tremendous job, and as we talked a little bit with Wayne yesterday about, Jake primarily was running the workouts. Throws a good BP. So we're excited to have Jake with us as well.
An outstanding coaching staff and assistant coaches behind them. Bases are loaded for Mike Jarvis. That one scrapes the outside corner. The count is 0-1.
Game could get interesting here. One swing of the bat obviously would make it a 3-run game, but as nice as a grand slam would be, maybe just base hit, keep the line moving, and chip away.
Jarvis with a single against the Wild on Tuesday failed to hit against the Longboarders in 5 plate appearances on Wednesday. We've seen a lot of high-scoring innings on opening day. It was the Jets that scored 5. And I think it was the bottom half of the 6th or the 7th. So very possible for the Hooks to get back in this one, down 8-1 to the Wild.
Yeah, and the fun part about yesterday, the Wave Riders didn't score a run in their first 2 games, and then they throw up 10 runs, and that's actually a single game high for any one team. But the Wild will have at least one more inning. Maybe they can surpass that.
Swung on and fouled to the right side. The count is even, 2-2.
Actually, another young and exciting coach is Dylan Tye, the assistant coach of the Brewers. He's been the pitching coach for a handful of years at Scripps Ranch High School. Has done a great job with that staff, with that program, and they've risen in the ranks, if you will. Happy to have Dylan here.
Swung on in a blooper to right. The second baseman will go back, make the catch, and the bases stay loaded, 1 away in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, home plate umpire signaled infield fly, so Jarvis would have been out anyway. As Otska comes up for his second at-bat after a weak ground out to the pitcher in the 6th.
Otska, one of the many toreros representing the University of San Diego in the San Diego League. Bases are loaded. Swung on and fouled to the left side. And just like the Wave Riders scoring 6 unanswered yesterday, the Wild respond to a Hooks run in the top of the 3rd with 8 unanswered of their own. As that one's in the dirt, Good stop by Darren Johnson to keep the runner at third. The Wild 0-2, the Hooks 2-0. The Wild have the advantage 8-1 as that one hits Otska in the foot. Otska grimacing as the Hooks put one on the board in the top of the eighth. The score is 8-2, and Joe Becht will go out and talk to his pitcher, Keaton Caratini.
Yeah, tough way to get an RBI, but Otska will take it, I'm sure. He's all right.
Zachary Smits will take his turn with the bases loaded in the top of the eighth. The deficit is now 6. 8-2 Wild. That one's low, called ball 1. The count is 1-0. That one in the dirt gets away from Darren Johnson, and the Hooks cut the deficit to 5. So Kevin Sim comes in to score. Both runners advance, and the Hooks have 2 in scoring position with 1 down in the top of the eighth, now down 8-3. So this one could get a little interesting in the final couple frames. The Hooks scoring their first run since the top of the third. Caratini with the 2-0 pitch. That one paints the outside corner for strike 1. The count is 2-1 to Smits. Swing and a miss as the count's even 2-2. Good pitch from Caratini.
Yeah, Smith's a big, strong fellow. If he can put a drive into one, he can make this a 3-run game.
Jim
Or
Jarvis.
a 2-run game if he can leave the yard.
Smits watches that one go low. The count goes full. Jim Jarvis at third. Tora Otska at second. A big fly cuts the deficit to 2. Here's the payoff pitch from Caratini. Swing and a miss, and Caratini a big out that he desperately needed. So 2 away in the top of the eighth. And that'll bring up number 13, Michael Jorg, who's now in right field for the Hooks. Jorg out of the University of San Diego swings and misses. The count is 0-1. Jorg with a single and an RBI on Wednesday against the Longboarders. Was 0 for 2 against the Wild on Tuesday. Swung on and a foul ball. The count is 0-2. This is his third year of summer ball in 2018. Played in the Alaska Baseball League for the Peninsula Oilers. And then the Ridgefield Raptors in Southwest Washington last summer. So now Jorg playing locally here in San Diego as that one misses inside. Great stop by Darren Johnson to keep Jim Jarvis at third. Jarvis flashes a smile as he heads back to third with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Caratini trying to escape this inning, only giving up 2. Swung on and missed, and 2 consecutive strikeouts for Keaton Caratini as we head to the bottom of the 8th. The Wild lead the Hooks 8-3.
Got to make it a positive, right? Where did he post it, though? It's not on, he must have a separate one. It's not obviously the... Oh, it's just so immature.
New pitcher on the mound in the bottom of the 8th for the Hooks. It's number 17, AC Plum. Pitched on Tuesday against the Wild. 2 innings have worked. 3 batters retired by way of the K as Anthony Mace steps up to the dish. So the Hooks get back 2 in the top half of the 8th. And Plum trying to give them a chance to make it interesting in the top half of the 9th. The count is 0-1 to Anthony Mace. Swing and a pop-up, that's going to go behind the plate. Tanner is going to approach it and go into the bleachers. The count is 0-2. That one behind the backstop into the bleachers where we're sitting. Off to our left. And Plum quickly ahead of the count, 0-2. Plum out of Rice University. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses high and away for ball 1. Only pitched a third of the inning, or a third of an inning in the spring. Appeared 5 times in release in his first season of Division I baseball back in 2019. Mace swing and a miss, and AC Plum records his first strikeout of the evening. Or more of the afternoon. Getting ahead of myself here. As we're in the bottom of the 8th.
You're only 36 minutes shy. You're all right.
An early start to this Saturday morning.
As this is Aiden Bruce stepping up to hit here in the 8th.
That one down the middle for a strike. AC Plum standing at 6 feet 7 inches. His release height, according to our Rapsodo data, that black box on the field, 7-1 to 7-2. As that one misses low for ball 1. So Plum, a high release. Already retired one in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed by Aiden Bruce, number 2. The newly appointed center fielder for this Wild team. Out of Mount San Jacinto. Here's Plum to Bruce. Fouled off to the right side. The count stays 1-2. Bruce, 1 at bat so far this summer. 0-1 in the Wild's 8-4 loss to the Warriors. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses low and away as the count goes 2-2. The count is 2-2 here in the bottom of the 8th.
As we're getting brighter and brighter, sun is trying hard, peek through.
Swung on and a high fly ball to right. Making the catch is Michael Jorg. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. So a can of corn to right and Michael Mugen at the dish for the Wild.
Mugen 1 for 4 on the day thus far. Had an RBI single in the 3rd. He struck out in his last plate appearance in the 6th. Good pitch.
That one scrapes the outside corner. First strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Plum. Swung on and fouled back by Mugen. Plum goes ahead of the count 0-2.
And just apologies once again for our technical difficulties this morning. Most, if not all of you, missed the first couple innings, but we're back.
And you got
Live
to hear
baseball.
You got to hear Mark on play-by-play.
Well, if anyone was on, yeah, but I think I might have been talking to nobody. I often talk to myself anyway, so I'm used to it.
Did well anyway. I was listening, and we'll continue to update you on those technical difficulties. If you bought that season pass, it's still good. Do not worry. We'll update you on how those accounts are. As we're in the bottom of the 8th, the count is 1-2 to Michael Mugen. As that one's a foul tip. Back to the catcher, the count stays 1-2. And it's just what happens when you have high-level technology. Pulling out all the stops here at San Diego Christian High School. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on in a liner to right over the head of Kevin Sim as Michael Mugen has a single here in the bottom of the 8th.
It's a 3rd Wild hitter with a multi-hit effort. Actually, the first 3 hitters in the order, Mugen, O'Hara, Fontes, all with 2 hits.
And up for the Wild, Jake Guzman. Out of Los Medanos College here in California. Swing and a miss at that ball low and outside as the count is 0-1. Guzman, a single against the Hooks on Tuesday. 0 for 3 against the Warriors. As that one's fouled off to the left side, the count is 0-2. So AC Plum 1 strike away from retiring the side here in the bottom of the 8th. The Hooks trying to make it interesting. You could call it trying to instill a wild inning in the top of the 9th. Pun completely intended. Mugen at first, doubt he steals. Plum with the pitch. That one's low and inside. Mugen's going to take off to second, sliding feet first, and he's safe, as it looked like Jim Jarvis dropped the ball at the end.
Yeah, probably beat the throw anyway, as he'll advance on the wild pitch.
The Wild lead the Hooks 8-3 in game one of our doubleheader. Just a reminder, in about an hour's time, the Brewers will be taking on the Jets. The Brewers 2-0. And if the score holds as is, will be the only undefeated team left. As that's a swing and a miss, and AC Plum gets out of the bottom of the 8th inning. The Wild strand a runner will head to the top of the 9th. The last chance for the Wild to stay perfect.
Closing here.
Nick Sando.
Oh.
The starter game one.
Okay.
Russell Cruz. Top of the 9th, the Wild lead the Hooks 8-3. Final chance for the Hooks, as it's a new pitcher on the mound for Joe Beck's Wild. That's Nick Sando, was the starter in the Wild's game one loss against the Hooks. Simo, a fly ball to center, a routine played made by Aiden Bruce, and there's one away in the top of the 9th.
Simo versus Sando. First pitch swinging. One quick out.
Also a new catcher behind the plate. That's Russell Cruz. Into the game for Darren Johnson as Dylan Tanner is at the plate for the Hooks. That one paints the outside corner. The count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one on inside, called strike. The count is 0-2. Swung on in a liner to center. Bruce will go back and make the catch. 2 away in the top of the 9th. The Hooks are at the end of their line.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't get a great jump on that. Might have misread it a little bit, but he was able to recover and get out number 2. And it's all down to the on-base machine here. Thompson.
Jordan Thompson.
2 walks in his first 2 plate appearances of the summer. See if he can continue that 1,000 OBP.
That one's high, ball 1. The Wave Riders able to pick up their first win yesterday. The Wild trying to do the same here.
Joe Beck 1 out away from getting his first win as head coach.
That one inside, called ball 2. The count is 2-0. The Hooks 1 out away from dropping to 2-1 on the season. That one called strike on the inside half. The count is 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Thompson. Missed high and inside. The count is 3-1. In game 1 of our doubleheader, Jordan Thompson swing and a miss. The count goes full as the Wild are 1 strike away from picking up their first win of the summer. Here's the payoff pitch to Thompson. Swing and a miss, and the Wild pick up their first win of the summer and also avenge Tuesday's loss to the Hooks as they beat the Hooks 8-3 in our morning game of our Saturday doubleheader. And in 1 hour, we'll see the Jets versus the Brewers, Matt Burgandy versus Wayne Franklin. For Mark Rogoff, I'm Cameron Ezair. We'll see you in an hour's time for what could be one of the best games of the summer so far.
Elbow bumps all around for the Wild.